Hello, wonderful and august gathering. I'm here to discuss a problem which is deadlier than Naxalism and scarier than coronavirus. As per the latest WHO data 2018, across the globe, there are 49 million children under the age of 5 years. They are stunted, and 17 million children who are severely stunted, and 149 million children, they are severely malnourished. So if we see that around 45% of the world's child population under the age of 5 years, they are suffering from this problem. So if we see the India fact, in India, 21% children are suffering from the same malnutrition status. And surprising fact is that India is contributing 1/3 of world's malnutrition child. So here we really need to look into it. Hello everyone and good afternoon. I'm Sachidanand Alok, CEO Zilla Panchayat, Dantewada. I'm here to present you the scenario how the breakthrough has happened in the form of curbing malnutrition. If we are looking at it, the Dantewada's perspective, it is a forest-clad area with a 90% plus populace, which is tribal, and 57% population is living below poverty line. So if we look at the Dantewada's perspective, there the malnutrition figure is 37%. As per the ICDS data, there are 44 IMR people across 1,000 populace. So if you look into the other perspective, the government department, ICDS, midday meal, they have infused a lot of money into the children's nourishment program, but we have not seen any tangible results. Can we see that? What is the problem to it? Let me come to a real lifestyle story. Once we were traveling to a far-flung, forest-clad remote area in Dantewada. We saw that children, women, men are standing under the tree. Those trees were tamarind, mahua, char, and other local trees. So curiously, we stopped by and asked those people, what is the status? And to our utmost surprise, we came to know that these children who were accompanying their parents were hungry. They didn't had food for last 8 to 10 hours. So when we talked about their parents, their story was also the same. So we can see this is the status. So they were all standing to collect the mahua flower for their livelihood. So this is the status where they had collected all these things. So that is a normal practice. When we thought that, so midday meal scheme is there, ICDS hot meal scheme is there, but that was not yielding any proper result. So this has really disturbed us. Then I immediately, after returning back from the tour, I immediately contacted my neighborhood pediatrician. I asked him, what is the status? How much should be the duration for a kid to get a square meal? He said that categorically, there has to be not more than 4 to 5 hours gap. So here, we have to think how and in what way our things are going on. So we need to work on those areas where we are falling very gray. So that way, we decided how to go about it. Then we chalked a plan and consulted all our stakeholders what to do. Then we decided that they were not getting any proper square meal, the interval is very big, and they were having lots of problem. So then we had certain questions in our mind, what to do and how to go about it. So we had, the government was providing midday meal to school-going children. In Anganwadis, they were getting the pregnant women and the children between the age group of 3 to 6 years, they were getting their food. But that was not resulting anything in positive direction. So we thought that which is the missing link? Then we decided that those women who are lactating, the children between the age group of 0 to 6 years, and the adolescent schoolgirls who had just dropped out. So we need to break that vicious circle. So then we decided about a plan how we should address this. Then we decided the meal plan also, that the nutrition which they were getting, that was lacking a proper protein diet. So we incorporated in the menu the chapati, the rice, dal, green vegetable, boiled egg, salad, and sprouts. So all these things were added in order to make it a wholesome food. So here comes is how can we identify a person who is malnourished? Is it by weight or by height or by its pot belly? No, there are other ways and aspects to it. I'll sail through you one by one. If we see that eating abundantly is not curbing malnutrition, but it has to be a nutritious food at regular interval. Secondly, which is also accounting for, is the extent of malaria and the multiple pregnancies which were happening in those tribal areas. So all these things were leading to the problem of malnutrition. So because if you see the malaria and multiple pregnancies, they are leading to a depletion of in hemoglobin level. So we need to counter all these. So we chalked out that plan, and then we discussed it with our Honorable Chief Minister, and he was kind enough to consent that go ahead with this plan, and he even directed us to utilize the District Mineral Fund for addressing these problems. Then we started all these initiatives, and the battle against the malnutrition has to start. And this started from 24th June 2019 from a village called Ganjenar in Dantewada, and the initiative was well taken by the community. So we incorporated Mitanins, SHG women, Anganwadi workers. So we ensured community's participation rather than people-centric participation, the government officials' participation. So that has a very good cascading effect. So when the whole program started, people had taken it as their ownership. So the community has to decide which has to be holiday, what has to be the menu. They had started utilizing the local millets, local available stuffs, and all these. So in order to sustain all these, so it was being decided that the SHG women and the Methanins, they will be also fed with the same nutritious diet. And incentive of rupees 3 rupees 50 paise per person per day was also incorporated in the scheme. With this, we have 262 SHGs catering to these needs, including these SHGs are having 2,620 women self-help group members and 1,100 Methanins. So all coming together, and 1,057 Anganwadi workers. They all have a huge force. Here, if we talk about malnutrition, malnutrition only should not be blamed for each and every mess. Here, we should also relate it with personal hygiene, behavioral change, and personal care. With this, what we found that in order to make a proper benefit of all these things, this is going to help us in making a better tomorrow. So for that very reason, we started Suposhan Chaupals. In Suposhan Chaupals, we were discussing food habits, immunization, and menstrual hygiene. Because if we make all these things together, it is going to help us. So that way, when we had all these coming together, it started yielding results. If we just tell them how we went about it, initially when the program started, we had taken the weight, height, and hemoglobin level of all the initial stakeholders, and after 6 months, they were being re-examined, and I'm very happy to say that in just a span of 6 months' time, we had a decline in malnutrition rate by 4.52%. There are other aspects also which has brought change into the society, into the area, that was that the use of locally grown vegetables, use of eggs, all has increased. And as a part of the leadership, what we have seen during the recent panchayat elections, that these SHG women, now they were having a proper leadership. Most of them have become the sarpanch, and now they're leading the way. Now these ladies are discussing their problems openly and freely, and that is also bringing a menstrual hygiene drive in this also area. It is not that we started with curbing the malnutrition, but a lot of other activities like healthcare, menstrual hygiene, all has started. And I'm very happy to say that in Dantewada, there are 40 villages which the women of these 40 villages, they are maintaining the menstrual hygiene in a full way. So earlier on, what were the scenario with the little participation and intervention of the local community, people itself, with a lesser intervention of the government, all has changed in this area. The area which was known for the guns and other Naxal activities, now it is being known for their livelihood drive, their malnourishment eradication drive, and a lot many more. So in this way, we have seen that with the community's participation, they have a voice, they have started using local things, and there is a huge spurt in the wheat production. Earlier, this was a rice eating area. Now people have asked for wheat production, and they have started eating chapatis. So these are the things with a small intervention, how the changes can be brought in. So now, last but not the least, I would not like to accentuate more that Dantewada had started its battle against malnutrition, and our community is on the verge of winning it. Thank you.